Hey Bubba, it's Daddy here, man. Hey, I'm heading out for another trip. I just dropped your backpack off and said goodbye to you at school. That was pretty cool, dude. And got to see you in front of all your friends and all that stuff, which is sweet. I guess I'm like nostalgic too, because I don't ever want you to miss out on somebody who's here to protect you and to love you, because this world is ruthless, man, and that's just the way shit is, dude. It's just the way it is. The faster we accept it, the faster we get into solution. The faster we get into solution, the happier we are, man. Because like, it ain't about fitting in everywhere, man. It's about getting where you do fit in. And if you want to fit somewhere else, mold yourself and cut off the other stuff so that you do fit in that location. So it's just all about like deciding. Just be decisive about what you want, and I guess that's what like this whole thought around in my mind is like, pay attention to the patterns, bud. Pay attention to the patterns. You don't have to be perfect all the time. I'm not. I feel like crap right now. I don't feel good. Like I'm wearing a hat like a 50-year-old, teenager, 40, but still, thank God chicks still dig this, but I got to also start looking at what kind of chicks dig this. I think I'm right on the cusp, the way I handle myself and the way my full dress attire, right on the cusp. Okay, that rant done. So look for the patterns, bud. Like, I can look across multiple zones in life and know that the pattern of focus is highly what's the word I'm looking for? It's highly impactful. Focus is highly impactful to the end outcome that we're gonna end up having. So that's important. If you want to think about a pattern, if like I want to get better at school, then like what I focus on is gonna mean everything. So then what does that root into? And what's another pattern is really like, what is my goal? Like my what's my ideal goal? Like, so what am I after? That'll govern what I focus on, right? So if I want to get straight A's, then if it helps me focus on like what people do to get straight A's, the people that do get straight A's, I'm focusing on them, because I'm going to start doing what they do to get what they got, right? Like, I can't do what I do and get what they got, because I'm not doing what they do. I'm doing what I do. So my focus will go into doing what they do so I can get what they got, and then so it starts with my goals, and then it leads into my focus, so on and so forth. But looking at the process, man, I can apply that process to anything. Like whatever I want to get, I can apply that same process. So then the other what's rooted in getting those two done is self-discipline. Can I keep myself consistent enough in one singular direction to have energy build into those things, to have consistency happen on a rate that just going to keep me directionally, focused. So self-discipline, goals, and focus. Those are three really powerful procedures that I can run in my brain and in my being, to get me into a really strong place, and that's that. So I just want to share those little hacks with you, because so many of us are running around like chickens with our heads cut off, not really knowing what's causing this. We're blaming other people or systemic systems for shutting us down. I get up and I work hard every single day, even though I'm not willing to give up these weird little creature comforts that no successful people get to do. I'm just pissed that I don't get to be me and have the success that those successful people have. Well, I'm not really doing what those successful people do, therefore I will never get what those successful people get. It's the same pattern, same concept, but you see all these social structure breakdowns because people are pissed off that they can't do what they want to do and be who they say they are, which is just a subset of actions. And they can't get what successful people get. It's never going to work like that. You're not going to sit and whine so loud and have a bunch of crying babies next to you and have such a loud crying, wailing symphony that eventually the whole of life and all of its routine and process and truth is just going to upset and go, here, have it. That's not going to happen, man. That's not going to happen. You may get it for a period. Squeaky wheel gets the oil for sure, but you may get it for a little while. But the universe will always right itself. God can only allow truth to survive, even though evil does fucking thrive at times. In the end, it always fails and truth prevails. Like, that's just the reality. That's another pattern. So if you don't ever want to go through the upheavals of super exhilarating getting away with a lie and then super devastating getting busted in it, don't lie. It's that simple. You just stay on the right side. You got steady joy the whole time. I mean, these are just wise facts that people for eons have already written down. Like, dude, we've done all of this a zillion times, and it's irrefutable evidence that this is exactly how it works every time. That's why they call them wisdom, facts of wisdom. And just something to look out for, man. The more you put yourself on these rails of wisdom and start living your life through the process procedures of like truth, like the wisdom, then the more joyful you're going to be. You're always sacrifice. In order to get anything, you have to sacrifice something, right? Like that's a truth. Like, you can't have everything and get more, right? Like, you can't. That's not the way anything works. You buy something, you lose money because you got to pay for it. Like, you're always paying something. You want a good relationship, then you're sacrificing your bachelor life, where you're dating multiple women or partners or whatever, or even just sacrificing the idea that you could. Sometimes it's as simple as your thought life. You're at some point you're sacrificing something, though. There's never something gained without something sacrificed. So you just got to know what you're sacrificing, and sometimes it's a really good thing, in order to be in a relationship. I'm going to sacrifice loneliness, and I'm also going to sacrifice like bachelor life, running out and doing whatever I want whenever I want. I now have a partner I gotta keep in the loop. I get to keep in the loop, right? So focusing on the process, man, is going to save you a ton of, and you'll be sacrificing all the pain in life. Not all. No one gets out alive. No one doesn't suffer. So, but the amount of how much suffering you have to do, dude, it can be reduced significantly. It's not, by focusing on the process, you're sacrificing a lot of pain and suffering and picking up a lot of joy, so you don't have to do that. And you can be a resource for all your friends and family as a way of answers, man. Anyways, dude, I'm thinking about you, and I just want you to have everything that I have, and I'm just so damn excited to see what you're gonna do with everything that I have. So the sooner I get it to you, the sooner you can start processing and crystallizing it all into your own actions with your own like beaker science stuff. You know, like, well, if I do this here and I put that there, and I say nice things here, and I get a little, you know, put a little confidence there, and I throw a request in here, like, this is amazing, this product shows up, you know. And sometimes it's like, oh man, when I mix those things up, it just turns into complete dog poop. Not doing that just the faster I get you the information, the faster you can start processing it. And once you process, then you can crystallize it into action, and then you can solidify it into your own belief systems. The second you can believe, you submit it into your belief systems, only from that point can you start really improving and start mixing. Like, it's just leveling up in your mixology, you know, of what can be done and accomplished in life. Is like, now that I have these solidified wise belief systems that are built on truth, what happens when I start mixing these things? How significant can I make these things? Like, how much of a positive energy affects and also like exacerbates, like energy begets energy, right? Sometimes like it goes into the, you know, it gets squared, you know, and like sometimes it's more energy, adding more energy is not, it's a what's that word? A compounding effect, you know. So what can you accomplish once you get, you know, these perfected, wise, truth life hacks, and you start, you know, putting them into a mixology for yourself, and you start getting some compounding interest off of all of them from the mixing, man, like that's my goal, right? That's my focus. This is why I'm doing like these videos, and oh, I can't. I'm so excited for you. And I know that I'm not going to be around for most of it, you know. It's like, I'm just very, like, I know for a fact that you're going to do amazing things, and that, you know, grandchildren are going to benefit from you. And really, the only thing I'm really concerned about is that you're happy, man. That at the end of your race, you feel like you ran your butt off, and that you did a good job. And that's my only goal, because life is hard, dude, and I've had a hard time. And if I can do anything that makes you feel at the end of your life that you did a good job, and you feel satisfied and joyful, like really genuinely happy with your life, I don't care what it costs me. I love you, dude. Wherever, whenever, whenever you are, let's talk. I love you, dude. I hope you have an amazing day. You deserve it. No matter what. New beginnings happen every day. Bye, bud.